Well, hi there, friends. I thought we'd talk a little bit today about metabolism and what you can maybe do about it. I am not a doctor. I am not a metabolic expert. I'm just a person with a lot of experience in my own body. So I'm just going to share with you some crazy-ass personal thoughts, feelings, and tips and see if they work for you like they've worked for me. So I have read that most of the calories that we burn are burned just upkeeping our body, just attending to the metabolic processes that keep your body in action and working. A minority of the calories that you burn, I think it's something like 20 or 30%, come from all the exercising that you do. Everything, from the time you get up till the time you go back to sleep again. And people who are really big on diets and diet planning and diet counseling and diet books and all the kind of ideas and thoughts about the human diet will often state this as a precursor to saying, so it's not how much you exercise, that's not so important, it's how you eat, and everything is focused on diet. And you know, in truth there might be a lot to that, I do not know. But usually in the articles that I've read, they'll say most of the calories are, burned through metabolism, and they'll say this can be affected by increasing muscle mass. They'll just have one little, and then they'll go right on, and then they'll go diet. Exercise is important, but it's not gonna. They'll just give lip service to exercise because they're in the diet, business. So one thing that you can do to up the amount of work it takes, or the amount of calories it takes to keep your body going, is to increase your muscle mass, which means to exercise and build strength. As you exercise and build strength, you increase your muscle mass, and especially if you're exercising enough, you can also decrease the percentage of your body that's fat, and that percentage of muscle goes up, and then the metabolic load that it takes just to keep your body going it starts to become higher and higher, because maintaining muscle takes more calories and energy than maintaining fat does. So that is one way that you can up your metabolism, is by adding muscle mass. Now, if you're over 40, and I'm way over 40, I'm 64 this summer, that's not as easy to do as it was when I was under 40 or under 30 or under 20. It's a little harder as you get older. You can increase strength, but to actually increase muscle mass is supposedly harder. What I've noticed is that it just takes longer. Whatever the exercises that I do, in order for me to increase that muscle mass, I just have to be very, very consistent and patient and do it over the long haul. Think of it as a lifestyle choice rather than a thing I'm doing to get an X result. So I have fitness targets. I have just simple things. I have a little piece of paper with things that I check off every day. I try to do 50 push-ups every day, minimum. I try to do 10 pull-ups every day, minimum. I try to do 10 or 12 of those ab roller things, minimum every day. I try to do 500 bounces every day on each leg. I try to do a certain amount. I try to do 50 of the finger ripples every day, minimum. And I have several others, and I do those regularly, and slowly over time, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, my muscle mass has improved. If you look at my videos from 5, 6, 7 years ago, you'll see a little bit more roundness in here, and you'll see a little bit less muscle up here. And so slowly, I am actually in my 60s increasing my muscle mass. So that's one thing you can do to help your metabolic load, is by adding muscle mass. Another thing you can do, I think, is just my opinion, is you can up your attitude. Not just up your muscle mass percentage, but up your attitude. Think of be ready to move, for instance. Think of the world as a place that you're going to be moving in. Don't trudge when you walk. Lift your chest. Engage your body when you walk. Walk with purpose. Do everything you do with purpose. Don't go through the motions casually or sleepily with anything you do with your body. Up your attitude. Be ready, be alert, be ready to move. Think of yourself as like a moving unit that's ready to spring into action. Again, you have to do this consistently over time. And I'm not saying be hair trigger crazy all day long, but I just like to keep a basic openness to movement in my body so that my muscles, my whole system is on like yellow alert. It's just activated, so no muscles are just completely slack and not working at all. If I'm standing with a certain amount of whole bodied engagement. So that I can just feel it in my body. It's like it doesn't up it a lot, but I feel like it's just taking the thermostat and just taking it up a degree or two. And coupled with more muscle mass, that's good. I also give myself surprise workouts. I'll just be, I did a series a while ago about my little mini workouts while the water's boiling in the kitchen for some tea or hot chocolate or something. I eat hot chocolate. I'm not a saint. And then I do some push-ups or do some punches or stuff. But I just like to give myself surprise workouts. So when I I don't necessarily expect it, I'll just remind myself that I'm ready for action, ready to move, ready to do some push-ups, change my grip a little bit on the ground. I might pick up this thing, this Bowflex thing, and do a few careful slow pulls like that. Or I might just reach down and pick up some kettlebells and just do a little farmer carry. Nothing crazy, nothing heavy. I don't do a lot of the swings and things that my low back's a little fragile, so I don't do a lot of swinging, but I love the farmer carry. Just stand and hold them like they're big buckets of feed or something. Sometimes I'll walk around a little bit, give myself a little bit of that. But give myself little surprise workouts so that keep my body guessing, as they say in the CrossFit, so you don't know quite what you're going to do next. And I can feel it. I can feel that my attitude is upping my metabolic load a little bit. It's telling my body, be ready to move. We might be in action any minute. We might have to do a push-up any minute now. I might have to do a little bit of a, sometimes I'm at the place where I teach and I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll just sprint up there. Not super fast, I'm in my 60s, but I'll, give my body a little surprise, like I'll do a little run up there. So things like that are communications between your intent through your nervous system to your body that we might have to move, so travel light. And your body, my body, will respond by shedding a few of those pounds. When I sometimes fall off the wagon a little bit and I'm not as focused on that, if there's a bunch of stuff going on in my life and I'm a little more sedentary than usual, or maybe leaning on some comfort foods a little more than I want to, I might notice I put on a few pounds, and I just remember this, and I just up my attitude, I up my body, I up my sense of alertness to the world and what's going on around me. And sometimes I'll take one or two food items that I know are not great for me, or that are a little more calorie rich, and I'll just bump them to occasional instead of daily, or once a week instead of every couple days. And lo and behold, the pounds start to slowly come off, and this gets a little more manageable. So think about it. Adding some muscle mass is great, but you got to be consistent. Don't think about it as a sort of a crash thing to get into a certain piece of clothing or something. Think of it as a lifestyle choice that you're going to integrate into your life from now until the end. You're going to do whatever you can to keep your body strong and moving, and then up your attitude. Keep yourself alert and alive in your body, especially lifting the chest. If you tend to slump and sit at the computer and do that kind of thing, it's telling your body, we don't have to do anything. We're not going to move. We're not going to even breathe deeply. We're just gonna sit here. So your body goes, okay, cool. Remember, your body's like a dog. It does not know what you want. It does not speak English. It wants to please you, but it does not know what you want. So you have to tell it what you want, and the only language that it understands is what you ask it to do. You can't just look at your stomach and say, get smaller. You have to do things. You have to do things with your body, and then your body will go, oh, we have to be ready to do that? Oh, okay, great. Let's up our thermostat a little bit, and let's be ready to do these things that the boss is asking us to do. So up your attitude, up your muscle mass, and I think you can affect your metabolism. People lose weight sometimes when they fall in love. They just fall in love and the weight disappears. And I think it's because of attitude. Their attitude is, oh, we're on an adventure. Let's travel light, and the body just goes, okay. And it prepares you for what you're going to be doing. So it's not scientific. I'm not backing this up with anything but my own experience, but I just thought I'd share it because I really feel it, and I feel it working for me. Anytime I want to shed a few pounds, I always do that. I pay a little more attention to my muscle building fitness routines, and I put a little more energy on my attitude, and it really seems to work. And every time I do it, I say, I want to do this forever. And inevitably I slip or slide a little bit during some times, but I just keep getting back on the horse when the horse throws me, and I get back at it. And here I am, 64, and I'm in pretty good shape. I'm probably, I don't know, I could stand to lose 5 pounds, but I'm working on it. So you take care. Good luck with your practice, and let me know if these videos are helpful. It's always nice to hear a comment that things were helpful to you. That's why I make these videos. I have tip jars on my descriptions of my videos, and I have some at my website, but the main thing is I just would like to be helpful. So I always appreciate when people let me know. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of thing, and best of luck with your practice.